Iguaçu Falls, Iguaçu Falls, Iguaçu Falls, or Iguaçu Falls are waterfalls of the Iguazu River on the border of the Argentine province of Misiones and the Brazilian state of Paraná. They are the largest waterfalls system in the world. The falls divide the river into the upper and lower Iguazu. The Iguazu River rises near the city of Curitiba. For most of its course, the river flows through Brazil. However, most of the falls are on the Argentine side. Below its confluence with the San Antonio River, the Iguazu River forms the boundary between Argentina and Brazil. The name Iguazu comes from the Guarani or Tupi words y, meaning water, and uasu, meaning big. Legend has it that a deity planned to marry a beautiful woman named Nipe, who fled with her mortal lover Taroba in a canoe. In a rage, the deity sliced the river, creating the waterfalls and condemning the lovers to an eternal fall. The first European to record the existence of the falls was the Spanish conquistador Álvaro Núñez Cabeza de Vaca in 1541. Geography. Iguaçu Falls are located where the Iguazu River tumbles over the edge of the Paraná Plateau, 23 kilometers upriver from the Iguazu's confluence with the Paraná River. Numerous islands along the 2.7-kilometre long edge divide the falls into many separate waterfalls and cataracts, varying between 60 to 82 meters high. The number of these smaller waterfalls fluctuates from 150 to 300, depending on the water level. Approximately half of the river's flow falls into a long and narrow chasm called the Devil's Throat. The Devil's Throat is U-shaped, 82 by 150 by 700 meters. Place names have been given also to many other smaller falls, such as San Martin Falls, Rossetti Falls, and many others. About 900 meters of the 2.7-kilometre length does not have water flowing over it. The edge of the basalt cap recedes by 3 mm per year. The water of the lower Iguazu collects in a canyon that drains into the Paraná River a short distance downstream from the Itaipu Dam. The junction of the water flows marks the border between Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. There are points in the cities of Foz do Iguaçu, Brazil, Puerto Iguaçu, Argentina, and Ciudad del Este, Paraguay, which have access to the Iguazu River, where the borders of all three nations may be seen. A popular tourist attraction for visitors to the three cities. Distribution of the falls between Argentina and Brazil. The Iguazu Falls are arranged in a way that resembles a reversed letter J. The border between Brazil and Argentina runs through the Devil's Throat. On the right bank is the Brazilian territory, which has just over 20% of the jumps of these falls, and the left side jumps are Argentine, which make up almost 80% of the falls. Tourism. There are two international airports close to Iguazu Falls. The Argentine Cataratas del Iguazu International Airport and the Brazilian Foz do Iguaçu International Airport. Argentina's airport is 25 kilometers from the city of Iguazu, but is closer to the falls hotels than its Brazilian counterpart. There are bus and taxi services from and to the airport falls. Brazil's airport is between Foz do Iguaçu, Brazil, and the falls. Aerolíneas Argentinas and LAN Airlines have direct flights from Buenos Aires to Iguazu International Airport. Kraus, Azul, Gol, and TAM Airlines offer services from main Brazilian cities to Foz do Iguaçu. Access. The falls may be reached from two main towns, with one on either side of the falls: Puerto Iguaçu in Argentina and Foz do Iguaçu in Brazil, as well as from Ciudad del Este, Paraguay, on the other side of the Paraná River from Foz do Iguaçu. The falls are shared by the Iguaçu National Park and Iguaçu National Park. The two parks were designated UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1984 and 1987, respectively. The first proposal for a Brazilian national park aimed at providing a pristine environment to future generations, just as it had been created by God, and endowed with all possible preservation, from the beautiful to the sublime, for the picturesque to the awesome, and an unmatched flora, located in the magnificent Iguaçu waterfalls. These were the words used by André Reboucas, an engineer, in his book, Provinces of Paraná, Railways to Mato Grosso and Bolivia, which started up the campaign aimed at preserving the Iguaçu Falls in 1876. At this time, Yellowstone National Park in the U.S., the first national park in the world, was 4 years old. On the Brazilian side, there is a walkway along the canyon with an extension to the lower base of Devil's Throat. Helicopter rides offering aerial views of the falls have been available from Brazil. However, Argentina has prohibited such helicopter tours because of the adverse environmental impact on the flora and fauna of the falls. From Foz-do Iguaçu Airport, the park may be reached by taking a taxi or bus to the entrance of the park. There is an entrance fee to the park on both sides. Once inside, free and frequent buses are provided to various points within the park. The town of Foz-do Iguaçu is approximately 20 kilometers away, and the airport is between the park and the town. The Argentine access across the forest is by a rainforest ecological train very similar to the one in Disney's Animal Kingdom. The train brings visitors to the entrance of Devil's Throat, as well as the upper and lower trails. The Paseo Garganta del Diablo is a 1-kilometer-long trail that brings visitors directly over the falls of Devil's Throat, the highest and deepest of the falls. Other walkways allow access to the elongated stretch of falls across the forest on the Argentine side and to the boats that connect to San Martin Island. Also on the Argentine side, there are inflatable boat services that take visitors very close to the falls. The Brazilian transportation system aims at allowing the increase in the number of visitors, while reducing the adverse environmental impact, through an increase in the average number of passengers per vehicle inside the park. The new transportation system has 72 passenger capacity, panoramic view, double-deck buses. The upper deck is open, which enables visitors a broad view of the flora and fauna during the trip to the falls. The bus combustion systems are in compliance with the CO and AMA and Euro emissions and noise requirements. The reduction in the number of vehicles, of noise levels, and speed, is enabling tourists to observe increasing numbers of wild animals along the route. Each bus has an exclusive paint scheme representing some of the most common wild animals found in the Iguaçu National Park, including the spotted jaguars, butterflies, raccoons, prego monkeys, coral snakes, toucans, parrots, and yellow-breasted caimans. Comparisons to other notable falls. Upon seeing Iguazu, the United States First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt reportedly exclaimed, "Poor Niagara." Often Iguazu also is compared with Victoria Falls in southern Africa, which separates Zambia and Zimbabwe. Iguazu is wider, but because it is split into approximately 275 discrete falls and large islands. Victoria has the largest curtain of water in the world, at more than 1,600 meters wide and over 100 meters in height. The only wider falls are extremely large rapid-like falls, such as the Boyoma Falls. With the flooding of the Guara Falls in 1982, Iguazu currently has the 6th greatest average annual flow of any waterfall in the world, following Niagara, with an average rate of 1,746 cubic meters per second. Its maximum recorded flow was 45,700 cubic meters per second in June 9, 2014. By comparison, the average flow of Niagara Falls is 2,400 cubic meters per second, with a maximum recorded flow of 8,300 cubic meters per second. The average flow at Victoria Falls is 1,088 cubic meters per second, with a maximum recorded flow of 7,100 cubic meters per second. Climate. Iguazu Falls experiences a humid subtropical climate with abundant precipitation and high temperatures year-round. During the summer of 2006, a severe drought caused the Iguazu River to become diminished, reducing the amount of water flowing over the falls to 300 cubic meters per second until early December. This was unusual, as dry periods normally last only a few weeks. Gallery. Portrayals in film. Iguazu Falls have been featured in several movies, including Bibliography.